to the look. I'm Andrew Bernstein, also known as Dr. Fashion, and I'm with Faith Ferris. Here at The Look, we created something new and exciting, something that hasn't been seen before in over 20 years. When Elsa Clench from CNN took over the airways and interviewed so many famous designers like Valentino, Chanel, Karl Lagerfeld, Ungaro, Givenchy, and so many more. She changed the world of fashion. After all, it was called style. And the look reverberates the style from the 1990s and early 2000s, as no other show can. We bring you fashion, beauty, and retail. And we bring it to you every week. We'll be talking to beauty experts, do-it-yourself beauty styles, and retail stores, many of which you know, some you don't, some that might be having problems today, and others that are emerging as the giants of retail for the future. So we're going to turn it over to the fairest of them all, Faith Ferris. You have to have faith, right? Faith, how you doing? How's it over there in Phoenix, Arizona?
A little toasty, I'm not going to lie, but I'm sure it's not any different out there.
Well, you're going to be keeping our Look viewers cool and hot at the same time with all the great looks that we're seeing. I know today we're talking about Barbie core.
Barbie core, everything Barbie. From the shoes to the hair to the makeup to the style, everything is Barbie.
How is that possible that Barbie and pink can turn the world over? How is it possible?
I don't know, but we all grew up with Barbie. Anybody knows who Barbie is. So it's not surprising that she's kind of taken over internationally and just become this huge hit that has taken over our lives. It's crazy.
And Faith, tell us, Margot dressed as Barbie, and she is Barbie in the movie. So what's your favorite inspiration? She had so many great looks, just like Ken. I mean, I love Ken in pink. It's great, hence my pink shirt and tie. But what are some of your takeaways with the movie and the styles?
Yeah, Margot Robbie was a perfect choice for Barbie. You could not pick a better Barbie, in my opinion. My favorite look that she's done so far was the inspiration was Vivienne Westwood Couture when she went to the European Barbie premiere. She was draped in like a pink blush satin and embroidered white tulle. And it was accessorized with like ivory opera gloves and a pearl choker with a rose brooch. So it was pretty incredible. She looked stunning, but every single style that she wore on her tour of all these different premieres, she looked stunning. She was Barbie. Margot Robbie is Barbie.
That's great. And I know even a couple was selling their Barbie dream house out in the Scottsdale area. How cool is that?
Yeah, what's funny is there's not only that, but there's a lot of Airbnbs, at least in Scottsdale that I've seen, that have completely decorated their homes in Barbiecore. So there's walls, there's places they can take pictures of. It's a pink house inside and out. So Barbie's taken over the world. As you can see, I am in Barbie land right now.
Great. And Faith, as a former Miss Arizona 2022, tell us some of the colors you wore. I know pink was a favorite of yours. So tell us about how pink is important to you and what you think about it.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, my very first ever pageant gown was a very light shade of pink. Probably one of my favorite pageant gowns I've ever worn. When I won Miss Arizona, I did wear blue because I have found blue as my color. And for nationals, I wore red. But those have tones of pink in it, right? Red has a tone of pink in it somewhere in there. So pink was always with me the whole time. But yeah, my very first pageant gown ever was pink.
And we can't wait to see what you are showing in the background in Barbie, the movie, the Botox, and certainly the interview. So let's show the interview and see all the great things that Karen's come out with in her book. Go out and get it. It's really incredible and a great thing to have on your reading table.
Barbiecore has been the fashion statement for 2023, but Barbie's fashion has been a hot topic for decades.
The book takes a look at the evolution of Barbie doll fashion from 1959, the year Barbie was born, up until, like 2014-ish. And the goal of this book was to try to prove visually if in fact Barbie doll fashion actually reflected the culture on the catwalk, the culture in the stores, in the fashion magazines, and on the street.
To see Barbie through the years, we spoke with Karen Fetter, author of Barbie Takes the Catwalk, a style icon's history in fashion. Starting with Barbie's inspiration.
Like I would take a Barbie look from say, 1962, and see if I could find visual evidence of a look very similar to that would have happened probably the year before. Because the Barbie doll fashion designers need a year for production, for a Barbie doll design to happen until it's finally released to the public. So this book takes a sort of trip through 59 through early 2000s and shows you examples where we can prove that in fact happens.
And she did just that.
One of my favorites is in the early 80s. The very first MTV Awards is Madonna comes on stage and does her famous Like a Virgin performance, right? And she's dressed in a sort of, a very modern kind of take on a bridal dress. Even though it's a strapless bridal dress, and even though it doesn't reach the floor, it reads bridal. No one had ever done anything like this on television live before, and it was a sensation. Everyone was talking about it for a lot of time. And the following year, Barbie gets an outfit that looks almost exactly like Madonna's Like a Virgin outfit during the MTV Awards.
And where once Barbie took inspiration from major events, now Barbie is the trendsetter.
We've now come full circle, and now the Barbie doll's identity is mature enough that she, in fact, is inspiring fashion. If you look at the way that Margot Robbie designed her pink carpet debuts, right, in all these different cities for the movie, she was inspired by Barbie, right? She took an actual Barbie outfit and made it into life size, instead of what I show in the book is a life size that in fact becomes a Barbie outfit. So I think that we are at that point now where, everything's on the table. Barbie just continually will probably inspire us.
And we can't forget about Barbie's iconic color, pink.
In the first 3-4 years of Barbie fashion, there was pink, but it was kind of maybe one pink thing. And it wasn't the sort of magenta-y pink that Barbie is now. It was a really light colored, rosy pink, right? And so this current Barbie pink, I think, is also an evolutionary statement. I don't know if in 30 years, this is going to be our Barbie pink. Maybe it will be. Maybe we're stuck with this. Maybe it's so important that it will always be this 219C Pantone color. But even the pink has had an evolution. Really fascinating.
And with the evolution of Barbie fashion, we can't forget the year Barbie changed her look.
My favorite year is 1969. And this is the year, I consider it a tipping point for Barbie, because this is the end of the 60s. And so in the real world, we've been inundated with mod fashion for a good 6-7 years now, right? Mod fashion is pretty much accepted as, you can now wear mini skirts made out of, shiny silver leather. I mean, it's okay now. But Barbie, not until 69 did she really say, okay, Barbie can be a mod girl. In fact, they introduced Barbie's cousin, whose name was Francine, because the designers, I guess, wanted to be able to do these little mod outfits, but didn't think that Barbie should be wearing mod yet. And so Francie was always the girl that was super mod. She was more fashion forward than Barbie. So Francie always had the mod outfits before 1969. But in 1969, the designers say, okay, Barbie can go mod. And every single thing that's released in that year is this beautiful little teeny mod, wonderful candy outfit, like bright, wonderful colors, lots of vinyl, everything is happy and wonderful. And so 69 is my favorite Barbie clothing year.
We're taking a look at Barbie through the years from the catwalk to the big screen. Barbie trends are all over the place, and we cannot forget beauty Barbie trends. So right now we've got Leah Scheibel, a beauty expert. Leah, tell me what you're kind of seeing as far as Barbie beauty trends.
So everybody who rocks the Barbie look is always with that pink cheek and that really pink lip. You know, she's always happy and healthy. And so it's that really flush cheek on the apple of the cheek and a really pretty lip. Sometimes it's light, sometimes it's dark, but it's always pink.
Awesome. And you've got some drugstore beauty products that anybody can go purchase. What is the first one that you've got for us?
So my very favorite is, if you'll notice in some of the movie and then in all of her media, Barbie is always with a little bit of pink on the eye. So this is e.l.f. No Budge Cream Shadow. It's one of my very favorites. It's actually in kind of a canyon color, so kind of it has a little bit of a peach to it, but on the eye it's a little better than straight pink, because sometimes with pink you can look a little bit like sick, you can kind of look like your eyes are itchy or allergies. So on the eye, we're going to steer clear of the pink, but we're going to take a little bit of this canyon just with a flat kind of concealer brush. And all we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit right in the center of the eyeball. And you can see that it's really pretty pinkish color, but not too much. You can see it brightens up the eye just a little bit. And how easy is that? It literally wears all day. Waterproof, waterproof.
That's amazing. Waterproof is a necessity. So for the eyeshadow, are you just putting that on the eyes and nothing else?
Yep. So I go in and I just put a little bit on the eyeball, anywhere you can feel your eyeball. And then I take my finger and just blend around the edges. And it gives that really, really pretty pop of color that's not something that's going to make you, you know, look kind of funky. It's going to brighten up the face really, really well. And then tons of mascara. Waterproof always. Lash Sensational is my favorite. She's always got those lashes.
Awesome. What is the second product that you have for us?
My next favorite is this Pixie Cream Cheek. It is absolutely to die for. It's bright pink. It has just a teeny bit of shimmer in it. And why I love this is because it gives the skin a really pretty dewy look. So Barbie is always looking like she is fresh and dewy. I take a angled cheek brush and then kind of just put it on here. If you go stick to face, sometimes it's a little too heavy and sometimes it can move the foundation below it. So let's just use our angled cheek brush. Sometimes I'll dab off a little bit just to make sure we're not giving too much color to the skin. Smile. And then we're going to put on the apples of the cheeks. And you can see immediately that brightens up the cheeks. It just makes you look happy and healthy. So that always is going to be Barbie's signature, is that really pretty bright pink cheek.
And you know what's funny about that blush is I have seen nothing but that blush on TikTok. Every other video that I scroll through, somebody is using that blush. So
it's so good.
Iconic. She's all over the place.
She knows it. That color is Fleur. It comes in a couple different colors also. And there's a moisture stick. So if you like a powder blush, go with your favorite pink powder blush and then just put that moisture stick. Look at the highlight. It's so pretty. And it just draws the cheekbones up. Little Barbie.
Awesome. Okay, so we've got the eyes. We've got the cheeks. What's next?
So iconic Barbie is that pink lip, and it's really structured. It's very pretty. It's pulled together all the time. These are my three favorites, all Maybelline. So we have our Sensational Stay ink. We've got the Color Sensational lip liner that wears really well, and then the lifter gloss as well. I'm going to start with my liner, and this color is Magnetic Mauve. And so generally speaking, I start at my Cupid's bow and below. and then I'll fill in.
And you're filling from the outer lips all the way around, correct?
Exactly. And so this gives you a couple of different ways to wear it. Obviously, this is, I mean, it's such a pretty pink by itself. If you wanted to just go in with the gloss and give yourself kind of an ombre look, that would be really pretty, nice and light. But if you wanted to stay all day long, go ahead and color it in. So fill in your full lip. Doesn't have to be pretty because we're going to put a little bit over top of it. So as long as you get your outer edge perfectly right, you're going to kind of mold a couple of different products together. This is the Superstay ink. This color, let's see here as I grab that. It's called Lead the Way.
Okay.
And with this, we're just going to fill in a quick swipe. So that automatically gives you that really pretty pink look, nothing too much. It's approachable. You can wear it to work. You can wear it out. But this is not going to move all day. It's not going to come off on your cups. It's so well. These stay super, super well. But Barbie's glossy, usually. And so we are going to go in with the Lifter Gloss. This is a really pretty color. This is Petal. It's one of my favorites. Just to not get too much product so that your lipstick doesn't move or bleed, I just swipe, as you can see, on the bottom lip and then press together. That way, if you are going to try to wear it as long as you possibly can, even though it's a gloss, it's not kind of falling all around and it doesn't feel really heavy at all.
Awesome. You look like you're ready to go see the Barbie movie, ready to go hang out with Margot Robbie. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you for showing us all these different products, and you can find them at a drugstore near you, and they're not going to break the bank.
Exactly. Target, CVS, you've got them all there.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Why should we be looking for destinations like Barbie would look for?
Well, I think that we've all been influenced by Barbie and her empowering spirit this past summer. So why not go to a few places that you feel like Barbie might visit? It's a great way to get away and have a new experience.
Awesome. Tell me about the first destination that we're going to this year.
Well, we can't talk about Barbie and not talk about Southern California with Malibu and Venice Beach. Malibu is home to so many fantastic outdoor activities to do, as well as Barbie's famous Malibu beach house. And Barbie's not the only one with a beach house in Malibu. It's actually called Billionaires Beach, which is why you see so many celebrities out there. There's also Zuma Beach, which is magnificent, Paradise Cove, and the Malibu Pier, giving you plenty of places to shop, eat, relax, and have fun. And when it comes to something a little bit different, the Venice Beach Boardwalk is home to a lot of roller skating, Muscle Beach, gymnastics, and it bumps up to the Santa Monica Pier with all the fun and excitement of that pier. The Venice Beach area is sort of funky shops, great restaurants, and lots of street performers. So definitely a lot of entertainment in Southern California with a Barbie vibe.
Okay, go ahead and tell me about the second destination Barbie would for sure visit.
Well, Barbie would sure visit the Palm Beaches because they're everything pink and green, because it's home to Lily Pulitzer and all of the influence that Lily brings. And the Palm Beaches are huge. It runs all the way from Boca Raton to Jupiter with all kinds of iconic pink hotels, the tower at the Boca Raton, the Colony, and so much more are pink and inspired. It's a fashion mecca, lots of arts, terrific beaches, and plenty of fashion. So feeling very Barbie in the Palm Beaches.
Amazing. And where is our last stop on our Barbie travel?
We can't talk about Barbie and not bring up the Pink Palace of the Pacific, the Royal Hawaiian. This historic resort is located on a magnificent stretch of Waikiki Beach on the island of Oahu. It's registered with the historic hotels, and they've got a preservation of their history while still being a luxurious modern escape. So if you want to lounge by the beach or pool, you've got plenty of opportunities to do that. Surfing originated in Waikiki, so why not give surfing a try? I mean, Barbie tries everything. We should try stuff too. The hiking trail to Diamond Head is right there. The food, the drink, the Mai Tais, it's all right there at the Royal Hawaiian in Waikiki.
Barbiecore is all the rage, and now we're going to be talking about Barbie Talks with Katie Mann, a nurse practitioner. Katie, thank you so much for talking with us about this viral TikTok trend that I see going on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So first off, tell me, what is, down to the root, what is Barbie Talks?
Yep, so Barbie Talks is a Botox treatment. So if you're not familiar with Botox, Botox is a medication that helps with fine lines and wrinkles. It works by making it so the nerve can't tell your muscle to contract like it normally does. So normally we do that in places like the forehead, the 11s, crow's feet, for those wrinkles that form when we move our muscles. There's also other applications for Botox, and Barbie Talks is one of them. There's muscles in our shoulders here called the trapezius. And if we put Botox in these muscles, we can decrease their strength, which will slim them. That's where the Barbie Talks comes from. So it's, if you have very overdeveloped trapezius muscles, they're going to be kind of sloped this way, where Barbie's neck and shoulders are more sloped this way. So that's where the name comes from. It also can help with shoulder tension and even headaches.
Is this a treatment that you are for? Like, are you all for people going and getting Barbie Talks done to them?
Yeah, so Barbie Talks actually originally came from our Botox migraine protocol. So this is a really well-studied treatment for migraines. So when we treat migraines, we'll actually treat the forehead area, we'll treat the temples, the back of the neck, and the traps. So it's a research-backed treatment that works for migraines. Now, if we're going into just purely for cosmetic reasons, then I think it's best to proceed with a little bit of caution, because when we decrease the strength of one muscle, another muscle is going to compensate a little bit. So we don't want to just knock out these muscles and then all of a sudden your neck starts hurting. So there is kind of like a fine line we have to walk if it's purely for cosmetic reasons. I'll start with a low dose, kind of see how you do with that and work our way up to see where you get results without having compensation in other areas. For my clients who get a lot of headaches, then it's great.
And then when people come in, you know, if they were to say, hey, you know, I want to look like Barbie, Barbie Talks concentrates on the shoulder area, but is there anywhere else that you would recommend if you want to have a Barbie look to your face, maybe?
I mean, we can do all kinds of things. So, you know, I think when I think of Barbie, I think kind of that like very smooth look because she's plastic. So we can also work on your skin quality, make your skin look brighter, less dull, more smooth, get rid of brown spots, do some Botox in the face so that you don't have those wrinkles there. Laser treatments are great for smoothing and brightening. All those kinds of treatments are great.
And I know it's also great to have a good skincare routine too, if you're trying to look like a, you know, flawless face. Making sure that you keep up with your skincare routine is pretty vital.
Yeah, that's what we call like your home treatment. So if you're coming in to see us and spending money with us, then you want to preserve and maintain your results with your home skincare.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Katie. It's been awesome to have you on. And that was Barbie Talks.
Cool. Yeah, I think, you know, for the right person, it's a great treatment. And especially if you get headaches, it's worth a try.
What are we going to be covering in some of our next look segments?
So coming up soon, we're going to be talking about balloon fashion. We have a local artist in Arizona who makes dresses, clothing out of balloons. Obviously, you want to wear it to a party or some kind of themed gala, but it's going to be incredible. So you won't want to miss that for sure. And we've got a bunch of other cool things happening, different, beauty trends going on, fashion trends obviously going on. So there's going to be a lot of cool things that you won't want to miss.
For myself, Dr. Fashion, and Faith, hi Faith, we want to say thank you, and we're going to see you next time on The Look.